What's up, guys? It's Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and I'm going to be running the show solo today. Obviously, we have no Russo. He had to take care of something really early for his church in the morning, so I didn't want him having to do all that on like 2 hours of sleep because these videos take longer to get out at night. So I told him I had no problem covering it, and it's way later his time than it is my time. So just me tonight, so bear with me while I try to remember everything that man talks about. Obviously, he's a big part of this channel, and we're going to miss him very much while he's gone, but he'll be back in the next video. We also apologize for there being no day video today or a video last night. We had some pretty bad technical difficulties with some of the mic stuff. So we got that sorted out though, and we're ready to get back into action here. So I'm going to give you guys 4 plays tonight. So bear with me while I get through all of this. But yeah, let's just get it rolling, man. Obviously, if you guys have never tried PrizePicks, use the promo code down below and they will match your first deposit up to $100. So if you put in 50, they'll give you an extra 50 to play with. If you put in 100, you'll get an extra 100 to play with. So you'll have 200 bucks. And it's a good deal. We always recommend doing that one, but just play what you can afford, obviously. And then, yeah, the best way to help the channel is to subscribe. You guys have been killing it with the subs. We're almost at 10K. We can't believe that. We never thought we'd be at this point when we started our channel just a couple months ago. So you guys have been amazing. We appreciate you so much. We're glad you like to hang out with us here on this channel. And then the best way to support the channel other than subbing is to like the channel, like the video. If you like the video, it pushes us in front of more people, and more people get to get these great plays. So we're gonna try to give you guys 4 good plays tonight. I feel pretty good about these. So yeah, let's just get right into it, man. So these are the 4 plays I have for you guys tonight. I've had to remake this video twice because the lines keep moving on me, which is pretty annoying. But yeah, these are the 4 I've got. I feel pretty good about them. I've been kind of getting into research for a couple hours here, and obviously this board develops pretty brutally slow at this time of night, so it's not like I'm like, oh my god, these plays are crazy, I've been looking at them for 4 hours. No, they've only been out for like an hour. So this is obviously like the first look show. We don't have a day video tomorrow. We just do the night videos on the weekends. So yeah, these are the 4 I've got for you guys tomorrow. We already have the NFL video posted, so go snag some of that value before that moves. And the games are tomorrow, so yeah, we get to the conference finals. This is gonna be a fun time for football. This is always like my favorite time for football. So one more game to the Super Bowl. It's crazy. But anyway, let's get into these plays. So I've got Isaiah Stewart for over 9.5 points. I've got Jalen Williams for over 23.5 PA. I've got Andrew Nimhard for over 11.5 points. I'll get into why I like Andrew a lot in a second. And I'll take Alex Caruso for over 10.5 points as well. So those are the plays I've got. But before we get into anything else, I wanted to tell you guys about Chalkboard. We've partnered up with them, and they are an amazing app. They're pretty new. They're only available on iOS right now. They're working on an Android and a website. Obviously, we would like to do Chalkboard videos, but we can't because we don't have a desktop app yet. But that's coming soon. So yeah, if you're an iOS user, they'll match your first deposit up to $100 also if you use code BACKDOOR at checkout. So give us a shout on there. It's a really fun app to use. Basically, it's kind of like Sleeper more than PrizePicks, so you have to hit all of your plays to cash. But what you can do that no other app does that I know of is you can adjust your lines to make them what you want. So like this Isaiah Stewart line, if I liked it to go higher, I could take it higher at like 11.5 and get a better payout for it. Or if I wanted to play it safe, I could bump this down to like 7.5 and just get like a 1.2x multiplier. But if I bumped it up, I could get like a 3x multiplier on it. So it's a pretty dope app. I've been having a lot of fun playing on it. We've been dropping some slips in our Discord on there. Russo's been going crazy on there. But yeah, guys, we're loving this app a lot. So give them a check. The link's in the description below, so check that out. So yeah, let's get into these plays here. All right, so starting with this Isaiah Stewart for over 9.5 points, I feel really good about this play. He's done this in 5 out of his last 5 games, so I'm feeling pretty good about him to do this again against OKC. He's done it in way tougher matchups. He did it against Minnesota, Milwaukee, and those are the toughest ones for sure out of Washington and Charlotte. Those aren't very tough matchups, but I like him to stay in the flames here. He's done this in 12 out of his last 20 games, but I want to focus on his last 5 because he's been on a heater right now. and he's getting really good minutes. He's playing the 4 and the 5 depending on how much foul trouble Jalen Duren gets in, which is all the time. But yeah, he's playing really good ball right now. He's shooting up 4.2 3-pointer attempts, nothing crazy. He's only hitting 28% of those. That's not what I'm liking about him. What I'm liking about him is his field goal attempts and his percentages. He's shooting 10 a game and making 47% of those. So that'll do. That'll get us there. This is a pretty tough matchup against OKC for him. I think it's just because like their bigger players are playing down the post, like Chet and them, and they are pretty tough at defense. So I'm going to stick with just showing you guys the 4 spot here because that is the hardest matchup, and it's what he plays most of the time. But they do go small ball sometimes, and he runs the 5. But yeah, I like him to go over these points because they're still giving up 22.9 a game to power forwards. He just needs to get 10. This line is just really low, and he's been hitting it every game. So I'm staying in the flames of them here. You can look at his points on daily grind. It's a 51.26% chance, minus 123. You don't have to play this one. It's probably the sketchiest of the 4 I have, in my opinion, but I still feel good about it. I'm going to be playing it in all my slips tomorrow. The reason I say it's the sketchiest is because there's blowout potential in this game, obviously. OKC is the number 1 in the West, which is the hardest, I think, the hardest division in basketball right now. Besides, like the East and the West, I think the West definitely got more talent. But, big game here, 240 over under with a 13-point favorite to OKC. So, just tread carefully with this pick. Any of these picks, honestly, because this game could get out of hand really quick with the way OKC's playing. But I think the way Detroit's been playing lately, they've been kind of putting it together. They're playing a lot harder ball, and, they're not getting blown out as much. They're still losing, but they're not getting, absolutely torched. So that's a good sign. So I'd like him to go over this one. Play it at your own risk, but I feel pretty good about it. So taking that for more. And then the next play here, I got Andrew Nembhard for over his points. I've been playing Andrew Nembhard all the time over the last 5 games, and I've been having a good time. He's gone over this points line in 4 out of 5 games, and with Halliburton being gone, which he's still out tomorrow, you can see right here, Halliburton hamstring will not play Sunday game versus the Grizzlies. So good sign for this play. Andrew Nembhard's a solid backup point guard. He's playing he's running the point for them, but he usually comes off the bench and plays the 2. But he's playing the 1 right now, so I feel good about this with Halliburton being gone. He's been getting a ton of minutes while he's gone. You can see as he's been getting on this heater, his minutes are just steadily climbing upward. And I think he's making a pretty good case for himself to get more playing time on this team when Halliburton comes back. But for now, with no Halliburton, I think this is too low. And he's a good scorer, man. He gets in the post, and he's got a really good post-up game, with that little fadeaway shot he's got. So he went for 22 against Phoenix in that last game, 19 against Philly, and 15 against Denver. Way tougher matchups than what we got on hand here. If you look at the over-under on this game, they're playing the Grizzlies. It's a 233.5 over-under, and I think they're favored by 9 points. It's not showing what they're favored by, but it looks like 9 points. So I feel good about Andrew to stay in the flames. So I'm going to be taking him for the over. So let's get back here. So I've got a million tabs open. So if you look at this play on DG, it's a 52.83% chance to go over and a minus 132. So I feel good about Andrew. I've been playing him on underdog, and he's been going crazy for me. So really feel good about this one. So taking that one for the over. And then this Jalen Williams PA. Let's get into this one. Jalen Williams, there's not much to not like about this kid, man. He's so talented for how young he is, and he's got so much confidence. I hate taking young players in props, honestly. This last 5 looks bad because this is really juiced up because of the matchup they're going against Detroit. It's going to be more points scored, so they got this thing juiced up a little bit. It's usually at 20.5, 21.5, so he's been going over this. It's just set higher because of the matchup. It is a kind of a tough matchup for him, though. 18th in points allowed, 27.8 is the value, and then 3rd in assists. They've been giving up 5.3. But if you look at the head-to-head, he's gone over this 2 out of the 3 times they played. This first game, he just had a really rough outing, and then the last 2 he's been doing great. So he played them last year was the last time they played. So obviously that was in October, so it's not like that long ago. You know, you think last year and you're like, oh my god, he's not gonna hit this, but he's been great. He's been a good player for them, and I think he's, you know, with the confidence he has, like me and Russo were talking about this. There was that last play of the game where he went and hit that game winner, and against Portland, and he could have passed that ball to SGA and just taken the coward's way out, but he went down there and hit the game winner. So this kid's confidence is great. So I'd like him to go over this. I'm going to be taking him for over 23.5 points and assists. If we look at the daily grind for this one, they've got it at 52% and a minus 127. So, you know, play it if you want to, but I feel really good about Jalen. So in my last play of the night is Alex Caruso for over 10.5 points. I feel great about Alex going over this. It's a good matchup for him. Ranked 21 in points allowed to point guards, giving up 25 a game. So he's got a really easy matchup. You know, if you look at the over-under in this game, we've got a 216.5 over-under with 6.5 favorite to the Bulls. So, you know, not a crazy high over-under, but he only needs 11 points. Like, I'm going to be playing this for sure with how easy the matchup is. He's been getting really good minutes now that he's healthy again. 32.8 in the last game, in the game before, and then 35 in the last game. He's averaging 31 minutes over the last 10 games. He's gone over this 5 out of 10 games, and he's just missed it in 2 games. And those were pretty tough matchups. Cleveland and Toronto are definitely tough against point guards. They're such big teams. But I like Alex to go over this in this game. Any injuries? So Zach LaVine is out, Torrey Craig's out, and Patrick Williams is out with the left soreness. So Alex is going to have to score, man. Like, you know, with these injuries, no LaVine, no Craig, no Patrick Williams, the dude's going to have to play some serious minutes. Let's see if there's any notable matchups. So Brogdon's game time decision. I'm sure all these guys will play just because it's a good game for them and they could really score a lot of points. But I like Alex to stay over this 10.5. I think it's really low for the injuries they have right now too. So I'm feeling good about this one. If we look at this one on Daily Grind, it's a 51.6% chance here and a minus 125 to go over the points. So I feel pretty good about all 4 of these. That's going to do it for me, guys. You know, obviously it takes me a little bit longer to get through some of this stuff when I'm alone, but it's always fun. You know, we've had only to do 2 of these videos where I'm alone, and one of the videos we swept and one of the videos we went 3 for 1. So hopefully we can stay in the flames with these solo videos when they do happen. It's not like I like to do them, but when they do happen, you know, we have had good luck so far. So let's stay in the flames tomorrow, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Obviously, if you want to check out Outlier, it's the little thing you see us use here. This app is amazing. It's one of the best like statistical analysis apps you can get when it comes to like injuries and matchups and points in the last 10 games and head-to-heads. Like it's the cream of the crop when it comes to this stuff. They give you insights on like what players have done in the last couple games and what they've exceeded. It's really an amazing tool. So you know, we always push Outlier. We've been a big fan of them since we started this thing. But also, if you want to check out our partners Daily Grind, they're amazing as well. They go hand in hand with all the other tools we use, and they help us just confirm plays and find plays. But yeah, if you want to check out Daily Grind, use code BACKDOOR at checkout and they'll give you 25% off on all their tools. They have like a correlation tool for football that I'll be using tomorrow. It's amazing. It picks you like a 6-man slip for you and gives you like all these correlating plays. It's such a good time over there, and we've been really enjoying it ever since we got it. So, you know, all the links to all these things are in the description, obviously. But that's going to do it for us, guys. Like I said twice now, I think. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for bearing with me in this video tonight for sure. We missed Russo, and he'll be back in the next one. We're all situated now, so we'll be back to a completely normal schedule from here on out. And yeah, guys, so enjoy your slip, and good luck.